Angaliani East, ukombozi wa Kenya hii, I'm now saying prophetically, as I bury my uncle, utatoka Eastern Gate. Utatoka Eastern Gate. And I agree with you, Governor Wavenya, what you have said today. It is no longer a secret that William Ruto atapambana na Kalonzo Musyoka kwa ballot and he will go home.
It is clear now that every candidate in opposition has declared to go for the president seat. And today on this video here, I want to talk about one candidate. That is Kalonzo, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka.
Kalonzo ni masikini mwenzetu. Kabisa. Wanasema Kalonzo atoi. Yes. Wanasemanga Kalonzo ni muoga. Na sisi tunasema kama raia, kama wananchi, huyo masikini ndio tunataka. Huyo muoga ndio tunataka. Huyo bora Kalonzo akiwa kwa ballot, tutapigia huyo mstinji kura.
I have talked about two, Rigathi Gachagua and of course Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i, and now I want to discuss it extensively about Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, what it takes for him to win the presidency. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you are watching Mukwa Times, first of all, let me tell you welcome. Secondly, kindly take a second or two to subscribe. Also, my number is always here. Take a second or two also, text me, share with me on what you feel. If there's a topic you want me to analyze or maybe an area you want me to check on, please hit me up. And then, for those who want to support the channel, my number is always open. Now, let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe before I proceed. Thank you for subscribing. May God bless you. Let me dive into the topic today. What is Kalonzo expected to do for him to win the presidency? Number one is to gain back the trust of Kenyans. We have to admit that nobody in this country, as we speak, a huge percentage of about 90+%, don't trust Kalonzo Musyoka's motives. Nobody sees him as a serious man. Whenever he's seated somewhere, you see him as someone who's probably doing the opposite thing of what Kenyans are experiencing. And this probably comes from history that he has been having, because he stood on a podium and said he will be the most stupid man if he supports Raila Amolo Odinga. Then he goes ahead to support Raila. Then he also comes on and says that he's going to vie for president, not once, not twice, but several times, but he still doesn't end up in the ballot. So, apart from that, Kalonzo Musyoka also, he has not shown some form of aggressiveness on what he's doing.
So Kalonzo, ni nafasi yako. Usilalie darasa, usilalie class Kalonzo. Tembea.
So therefore, he must really win the heart of Kenyans first. He must win the trust of Kenyans for him to be sure that he can take out President William Ruto. It's not going to be easy.
Kalonzo ni mwanaume na amesoma vizuri. Lakini anaongea kwa debe. Yeye anaongea kwa dube. Hadi anakuja anasema, nani anajua hata chairman wa Wiper ni nani? Sasa hivi Raila Amolo Odinga anatembea kila mahali. Anaini kama friendly man. Na Kalonzo anaogopa hata friendly man. Watu wa Nyanza wanatamani kuona tu Kalonzo ako kwa duve huko Ukambani.
If it is Kalonzo Musyoka, there's a lot that must be done. He must literally have people to understand him and actually know that whatever he wants to do, it's the right thing. But as we speak today, Kalonzo Musyoka has a deficit trust with Kenyans. There's a big problem that he has to handle. Nobody really trusts him that much. So Kalonzo Musyoka, put yourself together, do things that you feel you can do, and do them well, because you don't seem to be doing anything seriously. People hear him speak when he's in funerals, people hear him speak on press conferences, but he does not actualize whatever he says. Secondly, not just press conferences you need to hold, not just funerals you need to go, not just weddings he needs to attend and then get an opportunity to speak.
Kalonzo kazi yake kitu kidogo ikifanyika anaita press. Follow members, Kenya, tuko kwa crisis, Kenya, sijui Ruto, Kenya, anarudi anaingia kwa nyumba yake. Be a man. Tembea. Kalonzo tembea. Muko na timu mzuri. Kalonzo, Eugene Wamalwa, Eugene Natembea, Matiang'i, Okiya Mtata. Tengenezeni timu muonyeshe wa Kenya ya kwamba mnataka kuokoa wa Kenya. Hii mambo ya kufanya mikutano Karen kwa TV, wachaneni nayo.
Let him go and face people across the country. Let him come to Kisii, say something. Let him come to Nakuru, say something good. Let him go to Homa Bay, say something to Kenyans. Let him say things that are touching Kenyans. For instance, you find people have not been paid, he's quiet. Like now, the land that was being grabbed, that one from Gong. Kalonzo Musyoka did not say anything strong like Rigathi Gachagua the way he said it. So Rigathi Gachagua takes more credit because he's the one who came out to say it strongly that land is being grabbed by so and so and now it should be returned. And the construction literally stopped. Such things we want to see Kalonzo Musyoka taking lead. Even if it is visiting the site, he goes there. We cannot have a scenario where you literally cannot engage yourself with the ground. It must happen. So therefore, he needs to come out of the press conferences and engage people on the ground. Have big rallies across the country. Because politics is about perception. So when you create a good perception, people will get you. People will understand you. People will support you. Like now, for instance, Matiang'i came once, he held one rally, and indeed he got support more than Kalonzo Musyoka by far. Why? Because he pulled the crowd without even using money. That is what we expect to see. People have to have Kalonzo Musyoka as someone they feel can help them. But so long as that does not exist, it's a big task for him. Another thing, youths. Kalonzo Musyoka has been talking about the youths of this country to go and register. They are the ones to take this country. But there's nowhere he's involving them. There's nothing he's doing to have these people on board. He's just quiet. He needs to ensure that he has created something that will be able to attract youths on his side. But has he done anything? Nothing. He only says it, that the Gen Z, you're going to help us. Anguka nayo, and some stuff. He's trying to say something, but he does not have a strategist to help him guide him that. Let him get someone to help him win the hearts of the youth back. Let him hire me. I'll be able to give him the best thing to do. So therefore, he needs to wake up and do that. Out of press conferences, seriously. Another thing that Kalonzo Musyoka must do is to have alternative solutions to what President William Ruto is doing. If there is a presidential campaign that can be so nice for the opposition people, it is this one of 2027. Why am I saying so? There are so many problems in President William Ruto's regime that basically someone can point out. And therefore, you have so many things to create, innovate, and share with Kenyans that can be a proper alternative for some of the challenges that the common mwananchi is experiencing. So therefore, Kalonzo Musyoka and his team must craft and say, if it is the issue to do with the NHIF, if the issue to do with health, for instance, we can be able to do this for sure, or maybe we can be able to bring back NHIF, something different from what people are experiencing. Secondly, it can be able to be good to hear that you are going to return Linda Mama. Also, it's ideal to have, like, for instance, you cannot just go to a press conference and tell William Ruto you are not doing the right thing on SHA. But you don't have the right solution. Say it. Let Kenyans feel like in Kalonzo Musyoka's hands, we are safe. There's something better going to happen. And then push across the country and ensure that people have gotten what you are saying. Apart from that, you go to education. There are so many problems there. Tell the people of education, tell the people of Kenya that in the education sector, this and that is going to happen. Let it be a counter statement to President William Ruto's issues. Because as we speak today, William Ruto is also good on telling the people of Kenya, these guys are criticizing me, but they don't have an alternative. And we are not seeing some aggressiveness from what is happening in opposition. So as a result, people might sit there back and tell themselves, okay, so by the way, hata kama tunatoa Ruto, huyo ako na solution kweli. So it's ideal for these people to at least, even if not everything, come up with something that someone can feel that Kalonzo Musyoka is the solution. We must have an alternative government. And the alternative government is always the opposition. So if the opposition is not well organized, William Ruto will basically use every mistake that you guys have made to bring you down. Therefore, Kalonzo Musyoka must sit back, prepare his team, and be able to take on President William Ruto in all ways. In all ways. Last but not least, Kalonzo Musyoka must have a good team. He cannot just be working with the people from Ukambani. We want to see people from Kisii here with him. We want to see people from Western region with him. Leave alone the other principal, Eugene Omalo. We want to see people from across the country. And we want to see him in Mombasa. Raila used to be no parts of this country. Today you see him in Nairobi. Tomorrow you see him in Mombasa. The other time he's in Kisumu. So you realize that people are getting a feeling Raila Amolo Odinga under then. Let Kalonzo Musyoka be with the people. Let him also speak things that at least can stir the headlines. Kalonzo Musyoka said this, not a reaction. I don't know what's your take on the comment section. You can share with me on where you think Kalonzo Musyoka needs to correct. See you next time.